Welcome to Washington Park. This is going to be a little adventure about what Washington Park has to offer in Southwest Portland. It has the zoo, it has the Hoyt Arboretum, it has the Rose Garden, the International Test Rose Garden, it has the kids free playground that's down below that we're going to go look at, and it has the zoo and the World Forestry Center. This place is amazing, so we're going to check it out. I'm excited you're here. I'm excited to have you here. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button. We love to have you here for little tours around Oregon and what we have to offer. Hi, I'm Maren Paldy with Paldy Homes, and I'm really glad you're here. This little trip through Washington Park is extremely important because it's great for your family to know where to spend time, and it's also great for when you have friends and family that come visit you. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, make sure you shoot me a text, send me an email, call me. We can set up a Zoom call, whatever works for you so that we can get you hooked up and moving to Oregon in the right manner. So make sure you hit the subscribe, make sure you ding the bell for all the newest information on real estate in Oregon and moving to Oregon. We're really excited you're here. I have people calling me every day, just like you, that are ready to move to Oregon. I'm excited to help you. Let's get this tour started. This is the entrance to the Japanese Gardens in Washington Park. Average entrance fee is about $20, $16.95 if you're a senior, and it goes down from there if you are a minor, or it's free if you're a member. So it's up here. It's open Wednesday through Monday on the winter hours. It's all up in the back of the hills. We're not going up there today because it's done taking tickets for the day, but this is where it's at. And it's a very important cultural piece of Washington Park. So this is the entrance to the Rose Gardens. You walk in through the tennis courts. What else that the Rose Gardens offer is amazing views. We'll show you when we get there. But Portland is, if you can see right through the tree line, Portland's right directly through there. We're going to take the steps down and we're going to enter into the International Test Garden. It's about 10,000 roses, and when they're in bloom between May and October, it's to die for. I do have some pictures that I will share while we do this video. They're not in season right now, but the weather's gorgeous, which helps doing the video. But as you can see, Portland is straight ahead of us, the downtown area. The skyline here is gorgeous. Let's go take a look at what's in the Rose Garden and what it looks like in winter. The Rose Garden was established in 1917. It's about 4.5 acres of just gorgeous, gorgeous roses, like I said, when they're in bloom. But people spend a ton of time out here wanting to get to see the best parts of Washington Park. When it's in bloom, they have curators here. They always have classes here, and they can talk about what kind of roses there are. There's people that are helpful. People do tons of senior pictures here. People do family pictures here, as well as they do weddings and everything else during the season. Here is the Amphitheater. This place during the summer, again, is hopping. That stage down there, they have Shakespeare plays, they have one acts, they have live music. People come and spend the time having picnics and eating out. This place is usually packed during the summer when you have, like I said, all the live bands or music and the plays that are down here. This is a really special area in the Rose Garden. People really appreciate this piece as well, and it adds to the beauty of Washington Park. This whole park has undergone a major renovation, and it is now all ADA accessible. There are huge, very wide paths that are all concrete. Clearly there's seating for the plays in the amphitheater that are ADA appropriate. Everywhere that you look, you can get through this park, and it's all ADA accessible. It's a great addition to Washington Park. So this is the second tier that we spoke about, and as you can see, it goes down yet again. Again, Portland in the distance. There are, within the test garden, there are different areas where they test different roses. So down here is the miniature Rose Garden Test Center. As you can see, the American Rose Society Miniature Rose Garden Test Center. And then they have more test gardens right here. That's what this whole area is test gardens. And then what they have is on each of the areas, they have signs for the winner. and different types of roses. So when you're walking by, you know what these all are, which is kind of cool, actually. Again, it's gorgeous in the summer. I will be putting up some pictures to display the colorfulness of the rose garden in the summer. So a big part of Portland is the Rose Festival. This is one of the Royal Rosarians, and the Royal Rosarians really are the protectors of the Rose Festival and the protectors of the Rose Garden. It's kind of cool that they're here. The statue is here. It's in a tribute to, like I said, the Rosarians. Going back to the ADA, Portland Parks and Rec has done a great job explaining where the slopes are and what is a better way to do that. Again, the paths are all concrete and very smooth. They talk about the, like I said, the degree and the slope. I think it's really kind that everyone knows really where the best places to go are and the easiest way to traverse the Rose Garden. The other thing that Washington Park brings is amazing views. There's Mount Hood in the distance, of course part of the Portland skyline, but when you're up here you can also just appreciate all of the Pacific Northwest and what it has to offer on a beautiful day of just walking around in Portland. Cool things that used to be about coming to the Washington Park was there was a train that connected all of it. Train's out of service, there was a slide, some of the rails are out. I'm not sure if it'll ever open again, but it was a great iconic piece of Washington Park, and you could ride the train all the way around to the zoo and then back here, and it was kind of a fun little event. My kids and I used to do that. We'll see if it opens up. I'm kind of sad that it's closed. Right behind us is the Children's Park in Washington Park. It obviously has a huge play structure. The ground is all that mushy, kind of foamy, so when they fall, there's nothing that's going to hurt them. There's swings for everybody, including accessibility, ADA swings that are great. And down here, there's a family place that you can rent out, that you can have your birthday parties, and it has bathrooms that are great, changing tables and everything. This is extremely family friendly and a great place of Washington Park. Again, it doesn't cost anything. The only thing that costs is the parking, and I don't even know what that is, $2 an hour, so you can spend a lot of time here for under $10. It's great. Again, lots of activities, lots of places to go. And if they get tired of playing, you can do, there's trails that are back there that they can walk on, and you can take them on a little hike. It's a great place to be. Just wanted to make sure you knew that right here in Washington Park was one of the best play structures that we have in Portland. In Washington Park, they have an archery range. It's free and for dropping in, and you can see that it is being well used, actually. People love this. And they have all sorts of distances, and it's a pretty awesome piece to be able to drop in and use your own equipment when you are getting ready to hunt, or you have a competition, or you just really liked archery. So yet another option and another great piece of Washington Park. Here we are at the Hoyt Arboretum. It's 190 acres with 12 miles of hiking paths. Clearly there's lots of forest around here, which is what it is. It's a whole dedication to trees and shrubs of all 6 continents. I guess there's 7 continents, but 6 of them are here. There's the visitor center across the street. And like I said, there's tons and tons of hiking trails and things like that. What also is interesting is this road behind me. It is what skateboarders love to fly down. So there's lots of videos actually with skateboarders flying down this road, and there's even caution signs to watch out for skateboarders that are doing films. It's kind of cool. So here's the Hoyt Arboretum, just a different place in Washington Park. Here we are at the Oregon-Vietnam Veterans Memorial. It's a living memorial. We're gonna walk up the hill, and that's where the rest of it is. We're gonna take a walk through here so you can see exactly what else Washington Park has to offer. This is the Garden of Solace. It's dedicated to the 57,000 men and women who died from Oregon and Vietnam. If you can look up there, it goes all the way around in a circle. There's a bridge. Clearly it's a beautiful day. And then it goes and it continues to go out and around. And everywhere you go, there are names and dedications to all those that lost their lives in Vietnam. I appreciate that Oregon does this. It's a great place to be. It's very quiet. It's beautiful. And I appreciate that we have taken the time to support our troops. So there is a ton of parking up here in Washington Park, tons of areas to park. What you do need to be careful of is that there is a high propensity to have your car broken into. It just is what it is. So make sure if you come up here, you stay alert, you take your stuff out of your car and don't leave it here, because even though there are lots of people that are trying to be secure and they are patrolling the grounds, this place can have your car broken into. So just a word to the wise, and just part of Washington Park's, just what's happening up here. This is the World Forestry Center. This is one of the other pieces of Washington Park. What the World Forestry Center is it's dedicated to helping us become more involved in the forest and understand the trees. And Oregon has a huge history of logging and timber. It's a great place to reconnect and understand really the history of Oregon. It's a beautiful building. There's tons of things that go on there as well. They have weddings there. They also have large meetings there. It's a beautiful building, and it's up here with everything else. Now, as I spin around, you're gonna see that this building behind me is where the MAX train comes. It is down below, so it's in a tunnel underneath this whole area. And when you get the zoo stop at the MAX, you come up all these stairs and you show up right here at the zoo. It's a great option, but this is what the zoo MAX station looks like. Here we are at the Oregon Zoo. It's everything you thought it would be. It's got an amazing elephant attraction. It's been totally updated. It's a great zoo. It's $24 for adults. It's $20 or $19 for kids, and under 2 is free. You can get a season pass or a member's pass, and that's really the most affordable way to do this. When I had little kids, we came here all the time and we had a season or a member pass. It was great. They have concerts in the summer that are fabulous here. This place is absolutely amazing. They have a petting zoo and everything else. Don't miss the Oregon Zoo. Again, it's the coup de resistance, or whatever you want to call it. It's the cherry on top of Washington Park, and it's not to be missed. I'm really glad that you were on this tour, and I'm glad that you've seen everything that Washington Park had to offer, specifically the zoo. As we wrap up our tour of Washington Park, right behind me is the vintage steam engine, and her name is Peggy. She was in service for years, and over her lifetime, she delivered over 1 billion feet of logs to Oregon. It's an amazing feat. We love having her here. And as a matter of fact, this whole area is a tribute to all of the timber industry and just the history of Oregon. So if you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, don't forget to call me, shoot me a text, send me an email. All my information is down below. Also, make sure you hit subscribe and like. This has been a great tour, but we have several more. We're always keeping you up to date on what's happening in Oregon with real estate and things to do when you move to Oregon. So we're excited you've been here. Thanks again. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Make sure you call me. We're excited to have you move to Oregon.